Good morning all, it is Monday 6th of October. I've just finished doing the filter clean on the grow on this morning. Don't know if you guys saw yesterday, I put out a short of a monitor lizard that has come back. So what I've had to do this morning is turn these blocks around so the openings aren't showing, because I think he's trying to make house here, so I've turned them up so he can't live inside the blocks. I think he might be the same monitor lizard that ate my koi fish last February in 2024. I'll put up some clips of him now showing what I found from this morning as well. I was out brushing my teeth in the bedroom and I looked out that window and he was down here hunting around and walked along here. I put that footage up and I'll try and put up the footage from last year as well when I caught him around the back, and I don't know if it's the same one, I haven't looked, but if it's not, he hasn't grown much. So he must have been on a diet or something, but I'm hoping he doesn't stay around and eat my koi. So yeah, I'll show you that in a sec. And this morning I've been messing around with this uplift system again. I did forget to buy 4 hydro seals, I ended up buying 3, so I had to go last night and pick up the 4th, and I've gone for a 1 inch on the end instead of the 3/4. but at the minute this is what it's looking like. So it's 1/2 inch entry to a 3/4 transfer here. And I'll just walk around the other side and show you where we're at on the 1 inch return. So 1 inch return. It's been running for about 3 or 4 minutes now, so I'm just keeping an eye on the levels. Very slow trickle back, but it is like a constant trickle. I mean, I didn't want this at a huge rate, it's literally just to have some plants in there. I did pick up the plants last night. Don't know what they are. This one here is what I've got in my bog filter on the IBC tank, and that's done quite well. So I was going to have 4 of those, but there's 2 of them and 1 of these. Wife said she wanted a couple of different ones, so I didn't get the pea gravel because the shop shut just as we pulled up. So what I'm thinking of is I've got those pebbles down here that are from my original ponds. They used to be on the base, so I might use those. Then I haven't got to go out to the shop and it'd be easier to clean it. Those are a bit bigger than pea gravel, but I think I'm going to use them. So I think I'm going to give them a rinse because they've been in the bag for probably 8 or 9 months. Give them a clean through, have my lunch, just make sure that don't overflow or anything stupid. I don't think it will, but you never know. And then I'll come back to you once I've got them in place. I've got the other air stone down in the corner. I'll probably take this net off later. So there's an air stone down in the corner instead of in the centre. That's my big air ring down there. But obviously I can't use that at the moment because I'm on this manifold, so it breaks it off into two. So this one's for the air stone in the bottom, and this one here is to control the air going up for the uplift. So I'll run it like this for a couple of hours just to make sure we don't have any issues, and then I'll come back to you later on. Right, I'll put the plants in and some pebbles. The uplift is still looking for water, as you can see some like air bubbles and whatnot. So what I might do is drill some holes in the up pipe, in a 2-inch pipe, and see if that helps. So I'll probably do that in a minute. Give that a try and see if it helps. But the plant pot on the right looks alright, the one on the left, I don't know. I don't really like that flower if I'm honest, but wife picked it, so I'll leave it in there for now. If not, I'll buy a couple more of the ones on the right. We'll just see how it goes, I guess. Right, I'm just taking the uplift off. Just drilled a few holes around the bottom just to see if that helps. Might make it worse, but not losing anything by trying, so we'll see how this goes. Right, I've just put it back in and it's not making any noises anymore like it had an airlock. The only thing it does do is it pushes some of the air out through the holes, obviously. But it's quiet now, so I suppose that's a bit of a bonus. Still got a trickle coming out over on that side, so I'll leave it like this and see how it goes over the next week, I suppose. You know, I didn't intend it to be anything special for the pond. It was just to have a bit of green in the pond, just to break it up a little bit. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, and if it doesn't work, I'll either take it off and just change these to regular flower pots. But my idea of doing this as well is, with moving water, it would hopefully prevent any mosquitoes nested in just the flower pots. But we'll just see how it goes, and I'll come back to you in a week or so. I'm thinking of changing the skimmer head because I think the openings need to be bigger. So I'm just going to see if I can purchase something with wider slots. If not, I might look at increasing those myself. But I'll have a look, see what I can find. So I'll come back to you in a week. Alright, good morning all. It's now Tuesday, and last night I was trying to work out what was going on, if I could improve it at all, because although I made the changes yesterday and drilled the holes at the bottom of the one on the left, it was still struggling at some points. So what I've done now is I've made up a whole new one, which is the one on the right. It is a 2-inch into 1-inch, and the 1-inch continues all the way up to the top, goes into a 90. Instead of having a T-piece, it's now got a 90. The air hose is drilled straight into it with the tightest I could get, and then I've just added a tiny bit of glue with a glue gun, just to prevent the water being pushed out, and then it goes into the 1/2-inch connector here that goes in to here. I have had it in there just a minute ago, and I noticed that the pressure was considerably higher, so I've had to put a 90 on this. I haven't tried this yet because it was backsplashing against the back, and I don't want it going down the back here. So I'll get this put in and then I'll come back to you and show you the difference. But yeah, I think what it is, the air pump isn't strong enough for the 2-inch tube at the bottom, and that's why it was struggling a little bit. But with the 1-inch it seems to be a lot better, so I'll get it put in and then I'll show you. Right, it's in. It's working much better now. Quite good flow there. I took the 90 off because it was just bubbling away. So this is the best setup I've got for this at the moment. I'm just going to have to keep an eye on the back. If it does go up too high, I'll just have to put a piece of plastic in down the back to stop it splashing over. But at the moment, happy with that. So I'll call that job done on the upflow or uplift, whatever you want to call it. So hopefully the flowers will survive, and call that job done for now. Right, good morning all. It is Saturday the 11th of October, and I've decided I'd test today the chlorine just to see what's going on. And I've already done this and I found something, some high chlorine coming out of my tap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly put 5 mils of water in here from my garden hose. So let me just spin you around. The 5, a little bit more. Right, see if you can see this on camera. Right, so just clear at the minute, yeah. I'm going to put in 1 drop of this solution to check the chlorine. Right, I haven't shaken that yet. Look at that. Ooh, that is not good. So, well, don't know, 0.8 I would say on the scale. A little bit difficult to pick up, but that is really, really not good. So this is one of the reasons why I put in a dechlorinator system for my ponds. So see that? Right, I'm going to empty this tube and we're going to walk around to the grow on. Let's go and do that now. I'm going to walk around to the grow on to show that this is all live. I'm not cutting the footage out or anything. I'm going to show you what the difference is, because it's coming off with the same main water supply. So spin you around. Right, that's my dechlorinator system. So I'm going to dump this yellow stuff out. Going on the tip. Rinse that out. Have a look for a bit more. Right, so that's the 5ml of that. I'm just gonna walk you back round to the IBC tank where it's flat and show you. Right, pop you back up there. Alright, dodgy camera work. Right, so that's the 5ml from the dechlorinator. Put that there. Shake that up. Nothing. There's no chlorine in that part of my water system, but straight out of the tap it's got chlorine. So I would advise to other people to test their water coming out of their tap and make sure you ain't got chlorine, because that will potentially kill your koi and upset them. So test your water, people, test your water.